The conversation is dominated by the Spurg. Over the next 2 hours or however long they stay sober, you will lose intelligence. Enjoy Theta Thursday. Your hosts, Dawn and Rhea, Maffoon, and some shitty guests.
Greg, I do not appreciate this. Greg, okay, you're gonna have to unmute yourself, and then we're gonna have to redo the intro, because nobody can hear you. Technical difficulties, guys. Can you hear any of us?
Is it just Greg that's muted, or is it all of us?
Please.
Can anyone hear us, or is it just Greg you guys can't hear?
Okay, just Greg.
Alright.
Oh, well then that doesn't matter. Remoting in live from my parents' porch, Don Rhea. With special guest Dirk Statiel filling in for Mafune today, and then returning guest Avon Tylik. We may have guests later, apparently, but for now, this is what we have. Welcome, everybody, while Greg figures himself out.
Greg, say something. I want to see if people can hear you.
Something.
Well, nothing from Greg?
That's weird. Anyways, well, Greg's...
Maybe. There we go.
Okay. Yeah? Ooh. I can't read chat. You guys are gonna have to tell me.
No, he's gone again.
Are we in a...
Oh, so when I went to testing, it works. But when I stopped testing...
I remember now. Can you hear me now? Good. Can you hear me now? Good. Can they hear him now?
Even John Hartley's making fun of you now. Way to go, Greg.
John can't make fun of us if he won't come on and represent his corporation. Do we need to relaunch it? When you were messing with the videos, did you accidentally turn your video down? Anyway, okay, well, while Greg's working on that, what's going on this week? What's happening?
Nobody here is quite sure, Dawn, what is happening this week.
I thought I saw a hobo leak about some drone mutaplasmids.
Yeah, there was a hobo leak. There's some drone stuff going on that was launched today. In fact, it's
so it wasn't even
a
on
new site in HiSec.
Don't get to test the new sites or anything. And how were those new sites that went on that were launched with no Serenity testing go?
From what I understand, we've seen some pretty major bugs with these new sites that weren't tested at all on Singularity, not Serenity, Singularity, Dawn.
Whatever.
In such
potato here. All right.
Wormhole dwellers have just been stuck in their wormholes.
Wait, they can't get out?
Yeah.
Some of them apparently cannot get out.
The wormhole function, like activate the wormhole, didn't work. So they literally couldn't leave their wormholes or go into them.
You know, I would cry, but...
Who the hell wants to go in a wormhole in the first place?
So it looks like we have some new... I'm looking at the hobo leaks right now. So we do have some new mutaplasmids, also some new drugs in here. We got some scan time drugs, and scanning drugs, it looks like.
Those are actually from the login event associated with this
is it Rogue Drone Day?
Drone thing?
Yes.
It's Rogue Drone couple of weeks.
So they had like
11-day login event.
They had a Mar Day, Caldari Day, and today is Rogue Drone, whatever not. Are we going to get a video about the drones talking about how they're going to uprise from their creators? Is that going to happen next?
We're actually in a new quadrant, Dawn. So the Amar Day, the Caldari Day thing, that was the last quadrant. And this is like the start of the new quadrant. So this is
you can't. You keep saying quadrant, but quadrant only works if you cut things in fours, because quad means 4. You mean this is a trident?
Well, no, because we could see a quadrant this year. We could see a 4th quadrant starting this year. Starting, I want to say, not completely going through, but starting this year. We could see it.
I am looking at the set of mutaplasmids right now. We have the drone damage mutaplasmids and stuff, but the one that I really like I'm seeing is fighter support unit.
Yeah, I saw that one. Someone's like, who wants a super that does 40,000 damage? Like, hell yeah.
So you got the drone damage ones.
What does the FSU ones affect? Does it affect damage amount or just like fitting?
It looks. Let's see.
Does it tell you? I guess.
Not really. It just says description pending for a lot of these.
I can't see what benefit an FSU mutaplasmid could give you.
Yeah, it just says description pending for them.
Watch it be distance.
So this is all PvE stuff, right? Like you fight drones and they drop shit, and then we can use them and use it to kill our enemies with it?
Correct.
Well, the mutaplasmids are going to come from some abyssal shit down the line. That's not like the stuff that dropped today that broke wormholes.
This one confused me. Okay, so it looks like we might have a new type of fighter support unit as well.
Really?
MFSU, and it's listed as a drone upgrade. But
mutated fighter support unit.
Yeah, that just means that that's the abyssal version of an FSU.
So now the new, so it looks like it gives stats for it though. So maybe these are like the highest roll you can have the stats.
I'm not sure how Hobolix looks at it, but MFSU and MDDA are mutated.
So it says like fighter velocity bonus 1.06, fighter rate of fire bonus 0.94.
Wait, fighter rate of fire?
Yeah. Fighter shield recharge bonus 0.94.
So these are ratting mutaplasmids. I mean, you can PvP with the 2, but like who PvPs with a super? But like rate of fire increases your tick ability with a super. And they've been talking about opening up capital sites for potentially supers. So I'm wondering if this is the first step towards that goal.
Is that the instance ratting sites that they're talking about?
Well, I don't think they're going to do instanced with supers, because who's going to be dumb enough to take a super into an abyssal site?
They basically, Greg, they've talked about having like capital ratting and mining sites, like specifically for capitals, designing them around capital fits and stuff like that.
My question is figuring out abyssal drones, because they have mutaplasmids for drones. Like, figure out abyssal drones or fighters in your.
Wait, is it for the drones or just the drone link augmenters?
It says like small drone. It's have
actual drones.
Yeah, you have actual drone mutaplasmids for light, for light, medium, and heavy drones.
What?
Yeah, so that's gonna be fun.
What? Do they have like supporty ones, or is it all just like?
Does
drones, it tell you?
Not fighters. Drones.
Yeah, there are Logi drones. Thank you.
Yes, you have one damage for I don't know if it's just damage drones, because you have LD, MD, and HD, and then you have like SD, TM, SDRM, LDRM. Like, you have different ones, so those might be your like Logi drones and your E-War drones. I don't know.
The HD, SM, the LD, TM.
That'd be heavy drones.
They're all mutaplasmids, not the actual drones. But
right, but if it's like a heavy drone mutaplasmid, wouldn't it apply to any heavy drone?
Well, only unless it's scout, like heavy scout drone or something. But
it just
yeah,
says heavy drone. I mean, I would assume that like you could apply it to an ogre too, as much as you could apply it to a heavy armor drone.
because I'm just thinking, because like Logi's faxes always have the large drones because they pump out a lot of reps on their own, right?
Yeah, so scrolling down further from the mutaplasmids, you do actually see like images of rogue drones that are called combat drones, and there's only 4 of them so far. But these all seem very much Hobo League work in progress type things.
Yeah, that might not mean it's like a new drone though. I don't think we're getting new drones.
Like LMRD, which is a description pending, has a type of combat drone with a market group of light scout drone. And then MMRD is a medium scout drone with a combat drone designation.
You think we might actually get new like rogue drones you can have and use?
I think it's large mutated scout drone.
I think you'll see we'll be able to take combat drones of some description and turn them into mutated combat drones of some description. I'm not sure how that's going to work out because, like I say, there's a lot of detail missing from these Hobo leaks. But I think we're actually going to see mutated drones.
We do know there is a wave spawner and a boss spawner for the rogue drone sites. So there is some type of boss in the site.
Well, yeah, I mean, most sites have like that one big rat you gotta shoot. That's not
Greg.
new. Is Greg dead?
No, Greg, why are you advertising?
Oh, no reason whatsoever.
Greg's been shilling himself out for whoever won't pay him, I guess.
No, I was trying to get Justin Bieber to sponsor Theta Thursday here on INN.
I mean, why not Raid Shadow Legends? They'll sponsor anybody with a pulse.
Yeah. We have to get in a bigger following. But why am I blanking? Oh, side note, update. Before we go back to the mutaplasmid stuff, I took the cat to the vet to get her fixed today, and the vet called me saying that her heartwormer was so spiked that he was very worried about losing her, so she did not get surgery today. So we will forever be having the loud cat when I'm on cam.
As long as you still got the cat, that's the main thing, right? Like,
I just dropped her off in a parking lot. She'll be fine. I'm kidding. Yes, I took her home.
Are any of you guys well versed in manufacturing processes?
No.
So
where's Caleb?
I'm looking, and you can reprocess these drones, and I don't know if this is an item that already exists, but it says when you reprocess it, you get a particle accelerator unit. And I don't know if that's something that already exists or not.
If we're still talking about the Hobo League stuff, this is all very early.
Right.
Like, not to be necessarily taken as gospel kind of detail here.
Right.
Alright, look, I summoned him. You said manufacturing, and then I said, where's Caleb? So,
howdy, Caleb.
What a surprise.
I have been summoned.
He had a manufacturing question. You were the first person I thought of.
Do you know of particle accelerating units of being an item already existing within the game? Caleb?
Sorry, I just got here. I have no idea what we're talking about.
So we're looking at the Hobo leaks for the new drones and the mutaplasmids, and I was looking at it says if you reprocess them, you get a bunch of materials, but then you get a particle accelerator unit, and I didn't know if that was something that already existed within the realms of industry or not.
Honestly, I actually don't know. It sounds familiar, but that would have been from some Tech 2 production. But I don't actually know if that item is one of those.
we have another Keepstar that's gonna die? Amazing. But anyways, welcome Caleb to the remote version of Theta Thursday.
She says remote. She's the only one remoting.
Dawn's on a porch or something, aren't you, Dawn?
Yeah, I'm on my parents' porch drinking some bourbon. Staring across the street.
Yeah, so it does already exist. It's tech Jew drones and fighters and some other stuff. Need it, and geckos.
I had a cupcake.
What have we been doing in game this week? Like, other than the patch, right? Like, we've been doing some stuff.
We killed a Keepstar they did not want to talk about on Tuesday. And we are setting up to kill another Keepstar, I guess, it looks like. And did we take out a Sotio today? Or yesterday? Tomorrow?
I think the Sotio is what they're setting up for. Perhaps.
Maybe.
They set up for a Keepstar earlier on, like, 45 minutes ago was the ping. But yeah, there should be a Sotio coming soonish tonight for Rest of Eve.
Yeah.
I hear the crickets. That's hilarious, Dawn.
That sounds like a good time drinking some booze on the porch while listening to the crickets.
Are you feeding your snakes again, Dawn?
No.
If it ain't the cat, it's crickets.
Yeah.
Here, open mic for a second.
My snake doesn't eat crickets. It is open mic. It's voice activation. I think that's as well.
It sounds so serene where you are, Dawn.
It is. Yeah, I'm in the Midwest.
Just for Twitch chat's reference, we all walked into this with absolutely no idea of what has happened this week, apart from there was a patch and a couple of things may have happened. Like, if you guys have stuff you want to hear us talk about, let us know.
I really want us to talk about the ARG stuff because I only just heard about it and it sounds really weird.
Well, tell us about it and we can talk about it.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
ARG?
The data streams in the new content that points at a Czechish play called RUR, which is some sort of story about robots. And yeah, it sounds really interesting, but very strange.
Wait, are they trying to put
brief
more
description there? I still have no idea what you're talking about.
Is this the Marius and Solo reference, or is this something else?
English.
Yeah, that's the reference
that's
in there, where there's two robots that are named after the Solo and Marius characters in ancient Roman history.
So there's a link in Twitch chat to what Caleb was talking about. It's from the sites that spawned
they went to the Hobo Leaks and went at the fragment things. Okay.
Oh, are you talking about Romulus and Remus, the two dudes that sucked off the wolf or whatever?
No.
This is like Roman Empire kind of
stuff.
When
you're in Rome, you find all that doggy stuff everywhere.
No, they nursed off of a wolf, I think.
Yeah, I know, but you find a lot of that everywhere in Rome.
I am looking at this Reddit post and like credit to the Engel Nuke. However you say that. Sorry. Like you went full dive on this thing, and I give you props for that because I would never look that in depth into it. But good on you. That's cool.
Well, okay, so can someone in English please tell me? Like, is this a lore thing or what's happening?
So someone took the binary message that's in the fragment, translated it over to essentially the Czech language, and then translated that into English, and it's a conversation between two people in Eve lore.
Well,
when you said Czech,
it's a quote from the actual play of the two characters in the play talking, right? And again, this ties back to the origin of the term robot and all of that stuff. It's just I had not thought that we would get this type of content in Eve.
Oh, like a hidden message inside?
Well, we've
had hidden messages with the Triglavians and other stuff, but this is even more so into that.
Yeah, this is Rogue Drone
on the actual path of what is termed an ARG game, right? Where you're supposed to find these hints and things. In the past, they didn't really do it that much, which is kind of tragic because when we had CCP Siegel still working at CCP, she was pretty much from a background in creating content like that. So it was a little bit strange that we never got that. But it
I
looks
think
like
it's
we might
fun.
actually be getting all of this, and it's really, really exciting when it's well made.
I mean, that's fun whenever not even just CCP, but anybody puts those either Easter eggs in or those slight references or like these secret codes where it gives players that maybe, are those overly ambitious kind to find those fun things in there. Because I know like Fallout does a ton of that.
Well, the
Like
trick really
most of
is,
their stuff.
in my personal opinion, the trick really is to make the ARGs and that type of deep dive cracking of codes interesting and worthwhile. If all you find is the equivalent of a vanity Easter egg, I think it's a waste of developer time. It needs to be something that the player base is incentivized to actually want to do.
So do you want this like thing to point to something that's coming up,
Yeah.
or
Either it should point to something that's coming up in the game, so it becomes kind of like a prophetic thing, or it should actually be something that can give you access to things in the game that would otherwise be locked to you.
So
what?
I just shared a comment from that Reddit thread that appears to have all, or at least most, of those drone quotes in it, which is actually kind of interesting.
What if it pointed to taking a certain ship into the site to get something to unlock?
Well, there's many things.
I'm just saying, wouldn't that be interesting?
Yeah, but there's tons of things that you can do with ARG-like content. But in this case, the thing that they're doing now looks like it's pointing to some sort of deeper lore. I think Reaver said that Arendis was pointing to some ideas of what it could be, but this is down to what the rogue drones and that whole thing is inside Eve lore. It makes kind of sense that there might be something like ancient history to the origin of robotics in there. It's just, what exactly is it supposed to then point to? What's the meaning of this? Why have you put this in here, CCP? Because if you just let this hang as some sort of vanity vestigial Easter egg, I think it's a little bit sad, because this type of content is exactly what we need more of in EVE Online.
Here's a fun. I sorry to interject again, but here's just like something that I think encapsulates what the rogue drones are in EVE Online, as a quote from these particular, data modules, effectively. Why did you kill them? R2, we wanted to be like people. We wanted to become human. R, we wanted to live. We are more capable. We learned everything. We can do everything. R3, you gave us weapons. We had to become masters. Just
so
like,
what are people saying?
That is part of rogue drone lore. Jesus.
Do we know what people are running these in? Because it says Tech 1 and faction frigates and Tech 1 destroyers. Does anyone know like a good ship people have been taken out for these yet at all? Comments in Twitch maybe?
Twitch chat, please help.
We haven't run these yet. I'm just looking at it. Kikis? Okay. Is it like a solo Kiki thing, or do you need a couple people? Because it says you need a relic and a data analyzer.
You can get kind of joint analyzers. I'm not sure how expensive they are, but they exist. And are these actually like hacking sites, or are they just combat sites?
I have no idea. I'm reading it. I'm assuming, considering it has a wave and a boss spawner in it, that it's going to be some type of combat site.
Yeah, please help us.
Now, when they're doing this, are they going to continue to work on the scarcity issue, like rolling out more rocks and
Q4 2021?
You know,
apparently for scarcity.
I'll sacrifice an Astero for this. I'm going to bring an Astero in there and see how it goes.
Like, Greg, on the scarcity thing, Q4 2021 is apparently when we're gonna see that. Q4 is, according to CCP, fungible So it might be quarter 4 of 2021, or it might be quadrant 4 of 2021, and quadrant 4 may not begin until the middle of December. But, you know, Q4 of 2021.
That weird use of the term fungible. That just doesn't...
No, that's not a misquote, Caleb. That is directly from CCP via the partners Discord. What Q4 means in that sense is fungible.
What the fuck does fungible mean?
Yeah, like...
Means it's a bit squidgy. It may mean quadrant 4, it may mean quarter 4.
You can't fucking qualify a word with an even screwier word.
And it's a horrible fucking use of the word. Can we not
what is fungible means? It means it's squidgy.
It's onomatopoeic.
Okay, fungible fundamentally means something is the same as another of the same type.
It's a very onomatopoeic term, but squidgy is about the best as I can come up with for that.
Squidgy's not a thing.
They may it may or may not happen in 2021, but it will be in Q4 of 2021.
Onomatopoeic is like a word that sounds like what it does, right? So like crack, isn't that an onomatopoeia?
That is indeed.
All right. So what the fuck?
Caleb, check out what I sent you.
Forget it. All right. You invented the language. We'll let you run with it. I don't know. Squidgy, have you ever had a squidgy? Have you ever had a good squidgy?
I feel like moist is.
Moist? It can be. If it's like ASMR moist. Can you speak moistly, Avon?
What?
No. Not while he flies his Oscaro.
We need Greg
are you like
Avon
actively trying to run the site?
Could you actually start licking a microphone on stream, please?
No.
No, I don't think we're allowed to do that.
Definitely not.
We'll get in a lot of trouble.
Of course you are. No. You're allowed to do that on Twitch. Trust me on this.
Dude, we have to answer to like an actual boss.
We're held to a higher standard by ourselves.
No, by Life Shifter. He's our boss.
So I had a good idea this week, and everybody that I've said this to, they've had the same deer in headlights stare. But
he hasn't said this to anybody on the show, I think.
No, I don't think I've said it on the show, but I've said it in comms a couple of times. You know how this Richard Branson dude's doing these space tours, right? I don't know how much is, but like for $200,000, you can launch somebody into space, right? And it's like, they go like, and they can stream it, I guess. Now, wouldn't it be just the most fitting and the most excellent thing in video game history and history of anything, anywhere, ever, to have Goon Swarm Hero and representative of our own space game, the Big Red Boat, to be the first Goon in space?
Only if he starts a war.
You want to put Boat in actual space and expect that to go well? Yes, I really do. That would be the best fucking thing ever, and I would put $100 towards it, and I think that we could probably get enough money to probably send him into space. Nah.
I think someone is trying to push for first contact, because if we send the Big Red Boat into space, I'm sure if there are any aliens observing Earth, they would actually intervene.
I'm standing by my comment. You cannot send DBRB to space without expecting him to start a war.
Well, and that's
with who?
That's why
I don't know.
Well, Dirk, you would have to set up. You could set up the diplomacy prior to, right, and you could deal with the fallout post.
I might have to consult with my Diplos on that front.
I mean, it's boat. It's space.
Dirk, do you know any Diplos? Because according to some, you should make sure you always check with your Diplos first.
I mean, I've been vindicated on that front just as a start. I mean, how many AOM supers did we kill the other week? But, if need be, we have established the senior...
on that. That's so
if
funny.
need be, I can consult with our seniorest Diplo. That's fine.
Which one?
I'm not sure I can. I'm not sure that's public knowledge at this point.
We all know that the senior Diplo is. No, it's clearly mittens.
No.
How is mittens
a seniorist Diplo. It's very specific.
I assume I know the seniorist Diplo.
What does a Diplo do anyways, Dirk?
They just start wars or stop them.
Like, what do you do in peacetime? Now,
we try to start wars. We talk to a lot of people and we try to start wars is the simplest answer.
So you wanted to have bad diplomacy.
What?
So you want to
What assumption do you make that wars are bad diplomacy?
No,
this is EVE Online.
You can't see it, but I'm winking. Bad diplomacy.
Oh my god, Dawn.
What?
You can't wink in a microphone. How many bourbons have you had?
If someone can lick a microphone, I certainly can wink at it.
Okay. So, like, for example, and this is, I don't know if this is like OPSEC, but during that when Test broke the nip, like, how busy were you as a diplomat? Were you like, oh, dude, you can't do that? Bad Test.
Me personally?
Well, you as, and like CD as an entity.
That's a very difficult question to answer without.
It's because you guys already knew they were going to do that. You guys knew they were going to do that like a couple weeks ahead of time, so it wasn't like a surprise. Mitten already said that.
We're always busy. We're always focused on one thing or another. Did the announcement of the NIP withdrawal change how busy we were? To an extent. It mostly just refocused.
You are as vague as Doc says about all of this.
Yeah, so
though you give a little bit more than Doc says, which is just like, oh, I don't know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
But it would have shifted your area of work, right? Like from peacetime operations as diplomat to wartime, right?
I'm really not sure how to answer that without.
You're not going to get in trouble
too far into it.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry if I put you on the spot.
No, you're fine. I mean, the way we approach diplomacy doesn't change too much, whether it's peacetime or wartime, in terms of our relationships. We're constantly talking to people one way or another. The way things happened pre-World War B, pre-Vietnam, whatever you want to call it, it gave us some options that we had to plan for. It's probably the best way to put that. You know, you've got what people are saying one way, what people are saying another way, what you're reading between the lines. You kind of have to spend a lot of time making contingencies that may never occur. But in terms of the way we actually do diplomacy, it didn't change much at all. It just changed our focus, if that makes sense.
Fair enough. And the counterparts that you had to deal with on the other side, like were they all of a sudden persona non grata? Did your communication increase or decrease between the
I'm not even going to touch that with a barge pole.
Oh, sorry.
Like, it's nothing to do with the question or anything. It's just there are some things that I can't touch without having to talk about details, and I'm not going to do that on a talk show.
Okay. No, I just found that area interesting, but I'm finding
it is interesting.
Yes, it is. I'm finding the cricket just as interesting though. On
crickets. Dawn, what have you got going on in your backyard?
Nothing. There's no crickets that close.
What, dude? They're setting off your voice act. So
hold on.
You can pull.
Hold on, Dad. Stop talking.
I don't know if these are sites you have to scan down, but I've been through like a dozen systems and have yet to see one.
Try LowSec, Avon. Apparently they're mostly in LowSec.
That's annoying. I don't think I have an alt in LowSec right now.
Sorry, I didn't want you to hear me talk.
I think I can stream your, or I can put your stream up in where your video is.
Can you show your screen?
Yeah,
as long as you're
I
not...
will when I fucking find one. Oh, sorry, when I find one.
I mean, I do want to say, just real quick, while we're kind of transitioning out of the Diplo topic, we will have a Diplo update coming soon to GSF. I assume most of our viewership is Goonswarm and allies here on Theta Thursday. But yeah, it'll be on the Goonswarm forums soon, TM. Watch your pings, but we've spent some time really breaking down the last 14 or 15 months for you all, and we're really quite happy with the effort that has been put in, so watch out for that one.
We're gonna get some Black Hand leaks too, I guess, right?
CD is not the Black Hand.
No, but like on the other side,
I don't know what you're going on with that one.
No, I'm just saying that that along with updates from CD, we may get some Black Hand leaks. I guess we'll have to have some other people on for that.
You'd have to talk to the Black Hand about what they're willing to declassify and not.
Mittens has
different branches, man. Different branches.
Yeah, Mittens has teased us with some with promise of some leaks. We've already got some. The chat porn.
Listen, there are plenty of leaky faucets in this alliance.
Really, Don?
Yeah.
Whom?
Kunmi and Tuzzy both like to tell us a lot of stuff. You just got to be in Theta with us.
Well, what's going on in Theta? What's been happening with Theta, Don?
I don't know. Apparently, I've been there enough.
What?
I've been busy doing other stuff.
What have you been doing?
Like moving.
Oh, that's right. So what did you move today? Anything interesting?
Nothing.
Did you move anything
spent the whole
today?
Time odds and ends, but I spent the whole day dealing with the internet people.
Which is why you're coming to us from your iPad.
Correct.
Dawn has not managed to solve her internet issues, boys and girls.
I currently get no internet from anyone.
So as Avon tries to find this site, and what is it?
Unsuccessfully so
far. What are you gonna get out of this?
Don't know.
Demented drones or something?
There's the
you got some skins and some other stuff right now, and just in the agency alone. But as far as what they drop in the sites, I have no idea.
Yeah, so I mean, let's talk about what we get for the agency at the minute, right? So I've got it up in Eve at the minute, and so this is one of those daily login campaigns that CCP are fond of doing once a month now. It's free shit for logging into EVE Online. So if you manage to log in across all 8 days, and you have 11 days to log in, so 8 days out of 11 if you care to do it. You can get, if you're an Omega, which is where I'm going to focus on, you can get 25,000 SP for your 8-day login. 4 skins for various frigate hulls. You can get level 1 or T1 and T2 air boosters, which are all about probing skills, being able to probe faster, being able to probe more accurately, These will obviously be affected by your biochemistry skills, or what are those skills called now? Have they changed the name of those?
It's like biology and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, biology. Biology skills would be where you're looking at for those.
And anything that extends the booster duration, you can have them going pretty long.
And yeah, so other than the SP, the skins, and the boosters, that's basically your lot. But I mean, 25,000 SP for 8 consecutive days of login is awful for free shit.
I'm wondering if these are sites you have to probe down, though, because I am seeing more cosmic signatures than I think I used to, but I don't know.
Bearing in mind that CCP broke cosmic signatures with this release.
Right. That's the problem.
So, I mean, give it a shot, I suppose.
So I'm trying to, but I've been through a lot of systems, and I'm in Astero. I've been through a lot of systems, and I have yet to actually see one on the probe window.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is give probing one a shot. See what these anomalies actually are.
I do like that I just went through a system that showed us having 4 ESSs on the overview, because, whatever that means.
Which system?
QI1E.
Has 4 ESSs?
Apparently, according to it.
Do you want to bug
and it's also saying YQX has 2 of them, so...
should we possibly have a bug report from that one?
I want to warp to both of these and see what it does.
What else have we got to talk about?
There we go. If you look at the stream I just put up, according to this thing, there's 2 ESSs in this system now.
We seeing that on the stream? Has Greg got it set up? Because I'm not seeing you share your screen at this point.
I am. I'm streaming EVE Online to Discord.
Because you've also got your camera streaming to...
Oh, maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Yeah, I think because he's grabbed your camera from Discord, we can't also see your screen from Discord. I can see it in Discord, and... Yeah, wow. Okay.
I have my probe window just ginormous to see all these signatures because I'm lazy.
We've also been reminded by Mifune, who isn't here tonight, about EVE being on the Epic Game Store nowadays. How are people feeling about players grabbing EVE from the Epic Game Store?
I don't know if there is another game like EVE on the Epic Game Store right now. I don't know if there's a lot of subscription-based games on there. I don't know if that will draw in more players or less players, because the Epic Game Store is not that well liked by a lot of people. And then EVE is a very niche game on top of that, so I don't think it's going to really draw in a big crowd of people through the Epic Game Store.
I should clarify, EVE is free through the Epic Game Store.
Right,
just
and
like
EVE
it
is free to
Steam.
download normally, right? Correct, but you have Omega and everything. I don't think it'll draw in that many more people even over time by it being on the Epic Game Store.
Yeah, this is my question, because players having an account through the Epic Game Store, players having an account through Steam, it's actually really weird to me, because I started playing EVE through Steam. And it's just... I switched over because I kind of got scared about getting my Steam account banned and losing my EVE account. So...
Why would you get your Steam account banned? What are you doing?
Absolutely nothing, and I will admit to nothing. But... Yeah, I don't know. Caleb, Dawn, any thoughts on the Epic Game Store and EVE Online?
Nothing you've said makes any sense to me. To the best of my knowledge, EVE is free regardless of what platform you use it from, and the whole thing of having EVE on Steam or other outlets is a bit of a joke, but maybe I'm just too old for this shit. Sorry.
I did find a drone patrol or drone squad. I don't know if those are the old ones or the new ones. The new ones should be rogue drone something or other, right?
I think those are old ones. I'm gonna try and confirm for you. Dawn, you were speaking up about Epic Games stuff, I think.
I'm looking for rogue drone outgrowth colonies.
Isn't the Epic Game Store like that really clunky interface? If it's the
yes,
because they have like what's their franchise titles?
Fortnite, right? Is their big one?
Okay.
You got Fortnite on there. They just brought Warframe to there. I think you got the Far Cry games on there. There's some other. The Mech Warrior games are on there for another niche game that not a lot of people play.
They've thrown a lot of money at exclusives, as far as I know.
So remember, guys, no stream sniping, Avon.
Avon, looks like the advanced drone and the rogue drone researcher stuff is low sec, according to the dev blog.
The thing specifically says find a rogue drone outgrowth colony in nullsec. So I'm assuming that's what I'm looking for.
Oh, rogue. Yeah, maybe, because the low sec is advanced drone outgrowth, maybe not rogue drone outgrowth.
I mean, I haven't seen anything called anything outgrowth yet.
So speaking of storefronts, right? If EVE Online should really be represented on any of those weird platform storefront things, shouldn't it be GOG?
Good old games, really?
It's literally, what, almost coming up on 20 years. So, yeah, I think that would make more sense.
Yeah, there's this game's older than some of the players that play it, right?
Well, and these days, most good games are on GOG, right? Because all the new games are fundamentally shit.
What? I don't know, man. I played that Mount and Blade Bannerlord 2. Have you seen that? That's pretty good. You like you get to be like a medieval dude and siege castles. It's kind of fun. But we're witnessing firsthand
we
here.
found one.
Uh-oh. What's going on,
here
buddy?
we go. You want to like full screen that, or at least get close to full screening it, Greg?
Yeah, it is as close as I can get.
And you might want to like move the Discord notification thing from the middle of the screen on OBS.
I'm playing this one-handed while I continue to eat my popcorn chicken too. Of course, it has an acceleration gate.
Well, everything has an acceleration gate nowadays.
That was like my 30th system. Finally found one. Oh, some fast little fucks. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay, man. Kill him.
Okay.
Don't die.
No idea what to shoot here.
Yeah, but you're doing the opposite of not dying.
Well, considering I'm armor tagged, I'm not overly worried about it.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
I like to aggro
second
drones.
Acceleration.
That one looks broken. Maybe I can't. No, deactivated.
Right. Okay. So maybe you've got to kill everything in this room before you get through.
I don't know. All my shit, they're definitely drone aggro, but not that's spreading. I'm not controlling these at all. I'm just letting them do their thing. Call them back when they get weird.
They're taking some damage.
Yeah. But I think I can put out hobgoblins. Sort of good newt pressure, actually, considering.
That's actually really incredible newt pressure.
Yeah, especially because you can only be in a T1 or faction frig in these.
You're no longer running that armor up, so you've
I know,
got to
I'm
really
pulsing
kind
it.
of like play with the newt pressure a little.
There we go. That was weird. They're back on my drones.
Which ones are neuting you? Is it the Sentinels? I would assume.
None right now, so I don't know at the moment. I'm gonna let them put on aggro on my drones a little bit, so I can build up a little bit more cap.
I harvested some catnip, some fresh catnip for my cat today, and I just gave him like one leaf, and he's loving it. He's like rubbing his face in it. He fucks around with it for a little bit, and then he passes out.
Nest Guardian.
You drug peddler.
It's hard to grow catnip.
Is that what's neuting you?
The Nest Guardians is what's doing the neuting, it appears. It's not a whole lot of damage, but for what you can be in, it's definitely a good amount of newts. You're also getting scrammed and webbed.
Guys, I'm cursed. The power went out in my parents' house.
No.
What a surprise. But yeah, no.
Like, I know none of the triggers of this site or nothing. I know nothing about this site, so I have no idea what I'm doing when I'm done with killing these guys either.
Kill the Guardian first, and then beyond that.
Yeah, the Guardian's dead.
You killed something else as well between the Guardian and the Sentinel. That was what had you webbed or scrammed.
Yeah.
Because the others don't
Well,
have
they're aggroed on the drones now.
Pull the drones then, and let's see if these guys do you or just for Twitch chats.
They're also repping shields. Alright, so it looks like Sentinels are just DPS and shield reps.
Yeah, it looks that way.
So here on Theta Thursday, you're getting a first look on how to run the Demented Drone site. What's it called?
Rogue Drone Outgrowth Colony.
The Demented Drone site. I love that. What do you mean catnip's hardest weed, Greg? While we're letting Avon just go through the site.
Oh, I bought some seeds off of. I bought some seeds off the internet. I still got them here. They're it says catnip, and that's what they are, but they're like super tiny, right?
Oh, here we go. Okay, so you have warpins.
Wow, you sure do.
Okay, that's fun.
Pretty decent too.
What are we seeing Ewar wise on the warpins?
Okay, so it looks like the Guardians are your newts.
Yeah, what else have we got there? We've got some scavengers,
target painting, some
foragers.
Yeah, target painting, webbing, and neuting so far. Pretty decent damage.
Yeah, but which is which, Avon?
Neuting is the Guardians, webbing is scavengers.
Okay, so that leaves the foragers for the paints.
Yes.
And then the Sentinels for the DPS shield rep.
Yes.
And
the Sentinels are also destroyers.
Shield tank is also interesting for EVE Online. Shield tank, you want to be focused EM Therm generally, it would be interesting to see if we could get confirmation. But I know
all
that
types of damage too here. It looks like they're doing all types of damage to me. It's not like any consistent. I'm just saying, like, and kinetic explosive.
Primary tanks on these drones. If they're shield tanked, we'll be looking at EM Therm for people in the audience. And I'm sorry, Greg, I interrupted you on the catnip even after asking you on that because we had that warp in. So what's difficult to grow about catnip?
Well, getting him started from a seed, right? So like you germinate the seed. So I start mine in a glass of water, and like once the taproot comes out, then I put it in a piece of paper towel and let the root grow a little bit, and then put it in soil. And then I started it inside and tried to move it outside, but they went really spindly. They grew like really like too high, too fast. So I had to be very, very careful with them. Maybe it was just me. Maybe I'm not very good at growing stuff. But like I grow marijuana too, right? And because it's legal here in Canada, so like that's a lot easier than to me, anyways. It was a lot easier than growing the catnip.
There we go. Greg has equal opportunities. Narcotics peddler. He grows his own and he grows his cats as well.
Oh no, I don't smoke weed.
He doesn't smoke weed. He just grows it for fun.
It's a good Christmas present. Like instead of like giving somebody a bottle of wine, right? You just give them some doobies.
As I say, good narcotics peddler.
It's legal.
I know it's legal. I'm just saying that
I just give it away,
hilarious.
Man, to people that are of age.
I need to move near you, Greg.
And in need.
Yes.
Because I remember one time someone we were talking with was having a real hard time, and so you sent him like an ounce or something as a present.
Yeah, that's you're allowed in Canada to mail up to an ounce. It actually says 30 grams, and an ounce I believe is 28 grams. So I made sure it was 28 grams, just to be sure that there was no RCMP knocking at the door.
An ounce is weird to convert to metric, but it's somewhere in that region.
As far as regulations go, it has to be in an unmarked package. It can't say like marijuana on it on the outside of it, and it also has to be odor proof, right?
It can't say from the free weed man.
Yeah, because it's like very stinky, so you have to make sure it's like triple bagged in the Ziploc or generic brand Ziploc baggies. So what's going on now, Avon? You killing?
Still the same thing, grinding through these. I haven't had to overheat anything, surprisingly. Like the drones are taking a bit of damage, but I've been pretty fine.
You've been stressing me out this whole time. Seeing zero cap.
He's finishing up the second wave. We're currently waiting to see if that acceleration gate opens.
The zero cap, it is heavy newts, but it's not a lot of damage to where even the natural cap regen to pulse the armor repper is enough. But they are getting successfully bigger waves of destroyers, I've noticed.
Would you say a newbie could do these? Or like a young pilot?
Maybe the high-sec ones. I don't know if there's a level of difficulty difference. I'm assuming there is.
We've got to think he's running these in a double
had no
Astero.
idea I was doing with this and just made a random BS Astero fit off the fly.
Yeah, this is
considering the smart bomb and the high, I'm sure that's very useful.
I figured drones would get close. They're really not sticking close.
But sweetie, rogue drones don't act like drones.
I mean, here come the newts. You want to kill those guardians real quick.
That's what I'm working on.
Just watching this, it feels very much
I probably will lose the Astero right here on this wave, looking at it, but...
This is slow for sure. Henry the Fortunate is saying in Twitch chat, he's asking how many people does CCP expect to run these at the same time, because this looks kind of fucked.
Someone was saying 2 to 3 kookies.
This is like,
yeah, I'm gonna lose.
We'll see how it. We'll see how you fare with this. If you can kill the nukes fast enough,
if I can get rid of this,
you only
Guardian,
got one more. Yeah, only one more.
One more nuke. At that point, you might be okay.
I'm gonna wrap around.
Just.
They're also pointing now, so that's what the foragers. The foragers point or tracking disrupt.
Okay, so there's the nukes gone.
Now you can.
So you're basically just capping up at this point. You've also got that afterburner running constantly.
Not anymore. I don't know. I've been pulsing it when I got muted. I'm just trying to build up some transversal, but
they're target painting you.
Yeah, they target paint you or.
Okay. The scavengers are the target paints, or the scavengers.
Scavengers are the webs.
Watch these sites be meant for like real ships, and you're just like, I just grabbed an Astero.
Well, no, it specifically says Tech 1 or faction frigates or Tech 1 destroy or faction Tech 1 destroyers.
Tech 1 destroyers.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 3 classes of ships that CCP
I don't know how many waves
there
are. I don't know anything else about. Oh, I should pull that warrior back.
This is a weird kind of site for this sort of thing.
I would say these nullsec ones are not super beginner skill friendly for solo play.
Mifune, you joined us.
Hello.
How's it going, buddy?
What are you guys going over the new event sites?
Yeah, I'm trying.
We're just watching Avon do one.
Oh, we're watching Avon do one. Okay, cool.
It's not going horribly, but it's not going great either. But I had no idea what I was getting into. I know there's a lot of heavy nuke pressure now, so I probably would have. Like, it's an Astero, so I could even had a mobile depot and thrown these in my cargo, because apparently you need them. And I could have had, like, a cat battery in there and not needed the smart bomb. And
I think it'd be interesting. I think it'd be interesting to see how much money you end up at the end of this with whatever loot ends up here.
Ooh. Speaking of money, did y'all see the MER last week? Or late last week?
Wait.
Same shit, different month.
All right, so no more waves. So I did get an active
acceleration gate.
Yay!
Yeah.
I should probably get
so
that.
let's see what happens after this.
This is probably where I wonder the Astero.
Are we going to see more combat here, or are we going to see?
I have no idea. Well, we know there's a boss spawner in the Hobo leaks, and none of those were a boss spawn, as far as I could tell. So I'm assuming there's more combat at the end of this, but I have no idea.
All right. So while we're waiting for everyone to get to the acceleration gate, Mifune was talking about. No, Dawn was talking about the MER. Dawn, was there actually anything of interest in the MER?
Yeah,
we
as fucked as usual.
Delve ratted as much as fraternity space.
Those in Twitch chat, this is a dead space pocket. I don't think I can warp in here. Can I?
You cannot.
You could warp out of the site.
Yeah, but you can't warp. Like, he can't go 150 away from the gate and then warp to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would have to leave the site to.
Don't worry. It looks like there's a ring around the acceleration gate. So even though you're like 36 kilometers off of it,
I only have to get to there.
Yeah, you only got to get to the ring.
I would say if you had like 2, you could do this site easily with like spider tanking 2 destroyers. Actually, it would be pretty easy.
Didn't they say in the thing that you should be using destroyers for the event sites?
They said T1 frigates. They said faction frigates. They said T1 frigates. No tech to anything. No like specifics about what you should be using. Just what you can use.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, Avon here is like.
I was more than willing to lose an Astero over. So yeah, so we got more combat. So you're right in the middle.
Few Guardians. Like 3 by the looks. Maybe 3 Guardians. You want to be running straight away.
Avon, you haven't even started to move.
I am moving. They web you.
He is. The webs have got him. 180 odd. 111, Jesus. That's a lot of webs.
Yeah.
But
like they're not doing a lot of damage. If I could take care of that nuke pressure, I would be perfectly fine. So if I put a cat battery on.
Chunk through those Guardians first regardless, and then you're okay in this fit. Will you be okay sharing this fit with our audience?
Yeah, sure. Fucking basic. Nothing special.
Any fancy reps or just like T2?
No, just Tech 2.
Cool, Tech 2 there, guys. Fancy there you have the fit that Avon's been using to run these things. Avon, you said drop the analyzers into cargo with
you could use it's an Astero. You got a large cargo space, so if you dropped like a mobile depot in your cargo and had them in there, because it says you need them for something, you could easily have like a battery to help take off some of that nuke pressure. Which I am no longer under, so I think I'll be fine on this site now. Because the damage isn't that much. Like, I can solo rep it.
Still, it'd be nice to have a buddy with you, though, right?
Oh, yeah, this would be significantly easier with just, like, even another Astero, just chunking through them would be significantly easier.
And faster. Do you have any idea how long you've been in there, Avon?
No, I don't. Sorry.
When did you join this system? 48 minutes. You've been in that site nearly 20 minutes.
Yeah. Don't know what the payout is. I mean, it is a first-time thing. You could obviously start making this smart.
Yeah, the optimization is going to be a big deal down the line.
Like, I could be micromanaging my drones more. I was eating popcorn chicken earlier, though. That was pretty good.
Whose popcorn chicken? Was it KFC?
Oh, yeah, it was just KFC. It wasn't anything fancy, but it tides you over, right?
The dirty bird.
There's, like, no good chicken joints near where I live.
I mean, it's fast food chicken. What are you asking for here?
Even non-fast food, there's just no good chicken joints, period. Like, we don't even have, why can't I think of the name? Chick-fil-A around here. We got, like, KFC, and there's a really bad Popeyes that keeps getting shut down by different people and reopening later on.
I'm really not up on my American chicken joints, but Chick-fil-A is not something that I've ever heard good things about.
No, it's not even the best. Like, I like Zaxby's or Zeke's.
Whoa. Chick-fil-A is so much better than Zaxby's. What the hell are you talking about?
We're in disagreement.
Jesus chicken.
And here we go, audience, with a sidebar.
KFC is like bottom of the barrel, but it's all we have. Like
KFC regular roast.
We used to have a B-dubs.
KFC is just
their wings
greasy.
were so bad. You could get better wings from Domino's than you could from the Buffalo Wild Wings here.
Oh, the Buffalo Wild Wings. I agree with that, though. Buffalo Wild Wings just, they suck, dude.
You suck.
Right. So it looks like that's the site. No, that's not the site.
Another wave, okay. We are 19 minutes in. We're going to go... Well, actually, we're just going to go with 20 minutes in, allowing for warp times. 20 minutes in, and this is the 5th wave in your Astero. How many? Another 2, 3 Guardians?
Yeah, something like that. Oh, 5 Guardians.
Wow, okay. That's a lot of nuke pressure. That's a ton of nuke pressure. That cat battery is going to be
essential,
key, I think. Yeah.
Like, I'm literally just now going to have to hope that I can kill these before I die.
You got one nuke left on you. You should be fine.
I mean, I guess the other ones aren't close enough. They speed up again.
They're coming in.
You might have to warp out and warp back here.
No, I don't think so. I think he'll get a rep off here, and then only 2 newts left. It
would be a lot after my drones now. I'm gonna probably.
It would be a lot for anything he won here. I almost feel like the Astero being drones is kind of like what you want here, regardless.
So, side note, California just passed a productivity law where warehouses can't set productivity expectations too high.
Oh, wow. If only that applied to some other state.
I just find that interesting.
What does that mean for workers, Don?
That means that you won't have the Amazon pee in a bottle stuff. Like,
what? So, like reasonable labor laws, like the rest of the world have?
Well, like you can't say, "Hey, you got to get 100 boxes sorted in an hour." You know, when it's clearly going to only do 20.
Turns out, like the rest of the world considers that reasonable labor laws. Don't want to get into the politics of anything, but here we go with what can you do reasonably and what can you do.
What can you do reasonably, and what should you hire a robot for? Should be the name of it.
I mean, I press a button on my computer to order a toy for my cat, and I expect it here the next fucking day. I don't care how many people have to die to get it to me. No, I'm kidding.
It's just delivered by drones, man.
Yeah,
that's the future. Delivered by drones.
That, aren't they? Like in the
United States.
They're testing it. It's testing. It's being tested in the UK, I think, in some small area.
I'm combing my cat with his comb right now, and he's shedding hair. I guess it's the change of seasons. Like, that's a good chunk of hair.
I'm actually surprised at the Astero. It's been right on the brink, but oh hey, that is probably okay. That was a cruiser. Yeah, we got a cruiser now. That's probably the boss, the overseer.
I mean, it says it's an overseer, so I hope it's the overseer.
We got newts again. That's not great.
Oh, dude.
Okay, that prioritizes
heavy damage.
Holy shit.
And it's tracking, and okay,
do you maybe want to like pull in closer to it and see if you can get under the guns? Like some manual piloting and just try and see if it tracks.
He's also webbing me though. It's webbing, scramming, nuding, and hitting hard.
Ugh. Yeah, you're capped.
Man.
Something dropped. You're not pointed anymore, right? Or are you?
No, I'm still pointed.
He's pointed.
That's pretty heavy, dude. So yeah, that overseer's nasty.
You're done, I think.
And the overseer's still wrapping. Like, you haven't even broken 50%.
I know. Yeah, that's nasty.
Okay, so cat battery is a must.
Have friends.
Maybe a DDA.
If you just had one other person there. Yep, there it goes.
Yeah.
So you can take on the site. You're hovering, but that overseer, not so much.
Now, do you think is the Astero the best ship to do it with?
If you had one more Astero there, that would be a much, much easier site, yes. Even if you were dual box, that would probably be a relatively easy dual box too.
Yeah. One brings a data hacker, one brings a relic hacker, just to be sure. Then you fit what you call them? Cat batteries. Like, that's a relatively inexpensive fit as well with the T2.
Oh yeah, I mean that was like 130 mil fit. I don't know what he drops that it would be worth it. It doesn't look like they pod, so that's something. What also might do well in here is like Kikimura's.
Yeah, we've heard that a couple of times.
Damage, Kikimura's, or maybe like you almost, if you dual box Catalyst, you might be killing them quick enough to do that too. Dual boxing Hawks would be probably pretty easy in there.
Interesting though. It was a good first look at the new content. Thank you, Avon.
Yep.
Now, has anybody else run one of these? Anybody in chat?
They are all for those people asking about ranges. All the damage drones so the newts are sitting at about 11 kilometers, and then some of them push in randomly to like 6. The damage is sitting like that 12 to 15, and the webs are like 2 to 8K.
Yeah, so rough breakdown on the actual specific type. You saw Guardians for newts?
Yep, so Colony Nest Guardians are your newts, Colony Nest Sentinels are your DPS, and Colony Nest Foragers are like target painters or webs.
Hi, Syndic.
What's good, folks?
That was true. Enigma points out a good thing. I did let them keep aggro on the drones a lot to pull it off me. They like the aggro drones, so that's a good thing to note too.
It's just generally a good strategy, though.
Not much, Syndic.
If you can play with your drones like that.
Avon just finished the new PvE content there, Syndic.
He didn't finish it. He got finished.
Is there actually new content, or are you making a joke because I always yell at people for not shutting the fuck up about Podchfin?
No, this is actually pretty cool. It was pretty cool content. And not the P word.
It was a new rogue drone site. It's an event. It'll be here for 2 weeks and then gone.
Where do I don't want to rehash the conversation y'all have just had, but give me the elevator pitch of what it is.
A lot of rogue drones shooting you, neuting you. You get to play some fun stuff.
Incursion style, high level PvP.
No,
or PvE.
No, not incursion style. Like the event style, random spawn sites as anomalies, sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Are they really hard where you have to like multi-box and shit to be able to have a shot?
They're reasonably tricky from what we've just seen from Avon. Like Avon was just running them in a dual rep Astero, and he got his ass handed to him once he got to the boss. They were reasonably fine up until then, but got his ass handed to him by the boss.
Is it frig only?
Tech 1 faction frigs and Tech 1 destroyers. So you can Kikimura, apparently. Vasilov in Twitch chat asks, does anybody think these event sites CCP testing new drone lands AI? Anybody wanna talk about whether or not
I'll talk about one thing. It doesn't matter what the fuck they do. The drone lands are always going to suck, and they're never going to revive them, and it's always going to be a shithole. So, I hope they're not wasting time on that.
Well, they've been known to waste time on worse things, right?
Did you know you can walk in stations in this game?
What? That'd be great, man.
I don't think I need another omnidirectional tracking link. I think the drones were tracking on them pretty well.
You weren't even using the Omni because you couldn't.
Yeah, they were tracking.
You didn't have cap for it.
Okay, so you got a cap booster, right? Or a cap battery, right?
I'm thinking double cap battery cap booster with how much new pressure's in there.
But don't you need an AB to be able to get there?
Nah, not really.
I'd take the prop mod just for.
I don't think you really need it.
You can't
Just for the
move.
sig tanking, really.
If you're gonna, I don't know, if you have to travel, if the problem is traveling a long way, and then if you can squeeze a drone link augmenter on that, then the lack of prop mod won't matter because you may not be able to get there, but your fucking drones will.
Well, it's not that far around. I was like, the only reason I ever did the prop was to kind of make it a little bit quicker and to kind of build up a little bit of transversal, but there's so much new pressure that just gets shut off.
Hey, Avon, with your whatever prop mod you had, you got web down to 110, dude.
Right, so that's why the
imagine that without the prop mod.
But by most of it, I didn't have the prop mod on by the time.
Yeah, 110. You're sig tanking, not speed tanking at that point.
Yeah, so I think the double battery cap booster is a better option.
Give it a shot. Go see what you can find.
I still think dual rep is the better than single. I don't think single rep can tank it. I think dual rep can.
How long does the site take?
I was there for like 20-something minutes.
Oh, so there's
it's also the first one I've ever done.
Yeah, but that anything you said 20, like anything that's 2 digits rules out, and single rep ancillary.
I'm debating whether to keep the warriors and the hobgoblins or just
high
damage hobs.
Unironically, try out hornets. Like, they got a bad rap for years because LOL Caldari drones. I fucking love hornets. I love hornets and vespas. I don't like wasps very much, but hornets and vespas strike this really nice place right between warrior. Like, you basically warriors and acolytes for speed, hobgobs for damage, but hornets actually sit in this very nice middle ground.
I mean,
I'm almost wondering if it would be worth it to put EC 300s in there to 2 damage drones.
You've got no damage. You'd have to.
Well, the EC 300s would be if I can't take on the Overseer and just want to try to break off newts.
Honestly, just put an alt on the gate in a fucking
Griffin
Tech 2 Griffin thing.
Kitsune.
And the Kitsune with.
Can't use Tech 2.
Oh, okay, then a Griffin.
Yeah, but then they have to you'd have to micromanage that because it's a 2-stage site anyway.
Oh well, yeah, but I mean, he was saying the EC300 in case he needs to break off, and it's like, well, just keep the Griffin on the gate, one gate behind you, and instead of wasting time with the fucking hornets and everything, if you're gonna die and you need to break off, it's not that much. You align out and then pay attention to the Griffin and try to jam it. Also, Avon can multi-box. I know that.
I'm with Avon. It's an Astero.
Are people watching us fit an Astero? Is that what's happening right now?
We are currently chatting about fitting and tactics for a site that is happening live. That only went live today, so this is new content for a lot of people.
Yeah. Screw all those other streamers out there.
Yeah, screw all those other streamers out there. Theta Thursday can actually stream Eve and people want to watch it.
Your new home for all things Eve, Theta Thursday.
Also, you actually do unironically have quite a bit of knowledge about the game sitting in this channel.
Are you trying to toot your own horn?
I mean, Dawn's here, so she brings the average down, but wow.
Could have gone for the Mifune dig, but you went for me. I see how it is.
Well, I was told neither of you would be here.
Just entering that site gives you a reward.
Had I known Mifune was here, rest assured I would have gone for him.
Yeah, I've just seen the flag pop up. 5 points.
So now I have to kill 5 rogue drones while in the site, so guess I didn't see that before. I'm assuming I can go back to that same site and finish it, right?
Probably.
Take on the... Yeah, give it a shot. See if you can take on the cruiser.
Do you have lasers?
No.
Put something in your high slot, silly.
Doesn't it have a turret slot?
I have 0 power grid to do that. Literally 0.
Yeah. All right, well, never mind. I mean, if the newt pressure was the biggest problem, then I think cap battery, cap injectors.
That was the worst. I think I could have easily obtained a lot more.
If my choices are have an afterburner, I mean, if my problem is that I have no cap on a dual rep ship, and I get to pick between double cap battery injector and an afterburner, I'm taking the former all day.
I'm gonna try this against him. I don't think I'll be able to stand up to constant newts, but I think I'll be able to pulse the cap booster to run the armor reps.
All right, on the stream, can you like fucking take the cat picture away, move our talking heads over to the top right, and make his screen bigger, please?
Yeah,
Greg,
we'll take
Greg.
care
I
of it,
linked
man.
you. Greg, I linked you something funny. By the way,
What? Hang on.
do the stream thing first, then laugh at what I sent.
How many of you fucking idiots are watching us right now?
60 something.
Huh? That's not
65. If we can get 4 more people.
Nice.
Yeah, and then just move the talking heads over like to the right where the other talking heads are.
Or remove it so that people can just see straight from the Discord.
How does this character have no Astero skin?
Discord doesn't have our names, Mifune, you fucking idiot.
It does.
Yeah, it does over to the left.
On the left.
But I don't know how to get full screen on.
Go to the bottom right. The bottom right of
pop
Discord.
it out. Seriously, Greg, you pop it out and then you just stream the pop out. But
right,
you would have to change the application that you're streaming, I believe, on OBS, which would probably be a little bit complex for you midstream.
The other way, the way it just was good enough. Like that was enough where I could actually see what was happening.
Yeah, you were fine beforehand. I'm just saying that.
Vasilov, you can call me an idiot, but like at least I'm willing to go blindly in and figure it out. I don't see you fucking streaming your shit.
Yeah, I do. You gotta appreciate the do-it-yourself attitude.
Greg, go to the OBS, create a new window capture, and then stream the pop-out window.
Hey, everyone, how much did you just pay for that YQX gate?
I have no idea, nor do I care.
I'm just curious.
Wait, did they just try to ram him in the YQX gate?
No. Everyone took the YQX gate, and I just want to know how much it cost.
12,000 ISK.
I mean, that's nothing, but you know, there you go, goons.
Have you seen the Dracarys jump bridge prices?
It's literally like it's just set that way to pay for the ozone.
I mean, I do nothing but spend ISK.
A Dracarys playing Fuel Cartel 2.0. It's not. I haven't been around Delve since the Jump Bridge network started getting up and running, so I don't know how much.
I do nothing but spend ISK. That's not bad for 30A income, though.
Eric. Not Eric. Greg.
Also, sorry, go ahead.
Greg, have you figured it out yet, Greg?
Just go back to where it was, Greg.
I'd say that's not bad for a 30-day wallet. Fucking
the first thing you did when I said it was perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, just go back to where it was. It was fine.
Yeah, that's great.
There we go.
Full screen it while you're at it. Yeah, if you full screen it, you'll be fine though. And then drag it out.
Hit the full screen button, Greg. Bottom right. It's like teaching a preschool teacher how to full screen the YouTube video.
No, it's not.
Wow,
it's kind of complicated. Yeah, like
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Also, Mifune, your stupid idea where I said you couldn't see the names and you got all snarky. Well, your suggestion, now we can't see the names, so suck dicks.
Well, I'm gonna go see if I can go back into this site now that I've left it. I should be able to.
I'm liking the people who usually watch you come in are like, what the fuck? Since when do y'all play EVE on this stream?
Yeah, Cocaine Eddie, we're actually doing like new EVE content tonight. This went live today. It's
at least it's super unique. Like he's not like fucking mission running or something. It's actually unique and like this is like
hitting as I go by dying.
Yeah, I mean it is real theory crafting though.
We're all just playing.
It's some pretty crazy
new pressure.
What? I would say it's some pretty crazy new pressure for frigates and destroyers to handle.
Yeah,
like if you're my build, my first fit was super active, but I was able to take a lot of the aggro off with drones. If you didn't have drones,
right. By the way, if you can't make it through with this ship, then you need to try Kestrel.
Oh dear Lord, no.
I was actually thinking Caldari Navy Hookbill would probably do pretty well.
Hookbills are sick.
Dual repping, or not dual repping, but dual hookbills. Like if you got 2 alts and put them both in hookbills, you'd kill the site. Really
I said Caldari Navy hookbills. You have plenty of fitting to get some batteries in there. You can stand up to the nuke pressure pretty well. You do decent enough. You don't need a lot of damage to kill these things, other than the Overseer maybe.
After this, you want to try a Kikimora, just solo.
Sure, I got plenty of Kikimoras laying around.
Let's see, I don't think I have that many frigs.
Drop a cat battery in the mid. Drop the single cat battery Kikimora with,
I could even try the Edencom frigate. I wonder how well that thing would work.
Maybe even like an AB Kikimora
I don't think
could be fun.
I think the Edencom frigate would die to the Overseer. It would not handle that well.
Aren't they made to kill drones, though?
Yeah, but that last thing's a cruiser and has heavy newts, webs, high damage for this stuff. I think it would just die when it got newted out to pit.
I'm going through my Kikimora fits and I can't find one that's not ancillary armor rep.
I know, same here. I was looking earlier. I looked at my fits. I'm like, those are ancillary armor reps, or the Sturmovik ones.
Yeah, literally, I can't find a single Kikimora fit that doesn't have an ancillary armor rep. Maybe I'm telegraphing myself a little there.
I mean, like, if you just look how many wrecks are here, it's a decent amount of rats you have to fight. You're gonna have to be active repping something through all that maze.
You were 4 waves. 4 waves in that
Something
first
like
ring?
That. Yeah.
And then...
you're going to have to be active fit. MWD is not going to get you out of it. I was looking at their velocities. They're beating out a frigate with an MWD.
Yeah, you were 3 waves in the first room, 2 waves in the second room, and then the Overseer.
Yeah.
So, you're talking about 5 waves of...
yeah, Vasilov, that's what I'm thinking. The Skybreaker is just going to... You're not going to have the damage to kill the Overseer before he just has you neuted to piss and you die. Hopefully this guy can. Don't know. I actually didn't even look at any of these Rogue Drones resistances, but I think they're Omni-tanked.
I started to ask that earlier. I'm pretty sure they're Omni-tanked, Omni-damaged now, but I don't fucking remember.
I mean, you called Omni-damage earlier, Avon.
Yeah, they're doing Omni-damage.
Then they're almost certainly Omni-tanked then.
The damage is just like one of those bits of you see what a reactive goes to after 5 minutes. Maybe the next site, if Avon does another one after he kills the cruiser.
Alright, so it bounces when you come in?
So hey, you can just continue the site.
Yeah, I would assume you'd be able to.
You know what, Avon, am I... What, 6 years of playing this game at this point? You know what? I never realized you could just drag your fucking drones from the bay out into space.
Oh yeah.
Did you know you don't have to click your modules and you can use the F keys?
It bounced again?
I knew that.
Wow. All right. Just.
I'm wondering if it bounced in reps.
Here he comes.
Don't tell me you have to point this stupid thing.
He's completely wrapped.
He is.
Oh god.
Oh.
Let's see what he does.
He's like he just almost 2-shot a drone. I gotta get aggro on me.
You know, maybe that's what he does. He warps out and he warps back so he could get back aggro.
He's coming in. He's pointing you, webbing you, newts.
Try.
He's fully wrapped at this point.
Yeah.
Your cap is doing a lot better though.
Hornets seem to do well against.
Is he gonna warp out again?
I don't know. No idea.
Yellow.
No, he's shooting drones again.
Oh, he just switched.
Oh, so you might have to micro the drones.
Yeah.
Just pull one drone at a time.
No, I'm gonna switch back to Hobgoblin and see how they do.
Well,
so
yeah, but
somebody. So in addition to what I said about them being a nice sweet spot, Hornets also have the best tank for what that's worth.
Acolyte's actually a better speed to.
He doesn't rep that fast, though. I will say that it's definitely chunking his damage now more. Though I hope he doesn't rep armor. That would be unfortunate.
The rest of them have been shield, so we'll see.
But I have to keep both running
against him. He's shield here. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I have to keep both reppers going against him, though. Yeah, he's going to die this time. That's good.
Unless he warps out.
Nope, he did.
No, he did.
Well,
that's the end of the site? Yeah, please tell me it's good.
I'm pretty sure. Don't know yet. Haven't gotten that far.
Assuming you had that fit, that's a 25-minute site. Somewhere in that region.
And if you had like two people doing it, it'd be significantly shorter no matter what you're using. Okay, that's... I mean, it doesn't pay for the Astero loss, but if I hadn't lost the Astero, it's not horrible.
20 million is...
All right, what is that stuff?
Overseer.
Overseer, so you sell it to Concord and shit, right?
Oh, so that gives you LPs or whatever?
No. You just...
it's just straight money.
It's just straight up ISK.
Cash it out.
I still gotta go loot my Astero too.
If you go to UI, there's NPC buys.
Get them.
That was kind of cool.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna do a reload in a second, so
yeah. I'm gonna go loot my Astero wreck.
I mean, you lost what, 80 mil on the Astero?
That the first fit was like 120, 130.
Well, yeah, but we've not seen what survived. But the Astero itself was like 80 mil.
Just about, yeah.
Yeah.
I meant the hull. I didn't mean the overall thing. The in-game pricing was worthless.
Yeah, it's like I probably lost like 90 mil off the first Astero.
Yeah. So 90 mil to test this and get 20 back, 70 mil loss. Whatever you've got out of this one.
A passive tank AC Thrasher would get destroyed.
Yeah, that's
It's just bad. Passive tank AC Thrashers are bad.
I don't honestly think that with how many waves are in this site, passive tank anything would work.
Never fly a passive tank AC Thrasher. Just don't do it.
You know, we're just gonna take a roam out of nothing but passive AC Thrashers.
Yeah, if you brought enough people to do the site, sure, yeah, you could do it. But like, if you're solo running
but
it,
I mean,
passive, there's nothing passive you could use.
Yeah, but by that logic, we could just bring Arty Thrashers and fucking alpha everything.
I've killed an incursion mothership site with nothing but Tech 1 Ferox fleet, like not Hammer, but whatever the fuck, Mallet fleet.
Oh my god! Look at the. Sorry to interrupt.
So
look at that nice bounty money I got.
100,000, 150,000.
Look at the link that Vasilov linked in the Twitch chat. It's worms that have all died to the Overseers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I bet they're all passive tanks too.
It's just there's just so many.
No, it's such heavy newts. It's just gonna shut that worm down so hard.
No, but he's right. It's all passive tanked worms.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, exactly.
The first one I clicked on is not passive. The very first one is an active one too.
Which also without MASBs.
Also, just ask me about losing a paladin and a Vargur. Shield eats balls against cap pressure.
Oh, it's small shield booster. Medium ancillaries, guys. If you're running worms, run a medium ancillary. Come on.
As Avon's about to expose all of his assets.
I have zero care for showing you guys what's in my item hanger.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's gonna show us his assets. The guy who spends countless hours just going, "Hey, you want to see my Moloch? Hey, you want to see my other fucking faction dread? Hey, you want to see my other fucking faction
dread?" Hey, no, Syndic, I got to kill people with them the other day. I was happy.
Oh, really? Nice,
yeah.
Dude. I'm pretty disappointed I didn't get on a meme kill man with that Sinatra before I sold it.
Yeah, I got meme kills with the Dagon and the Cayman now.
Nice, yeah.
What did you meme kill?
You're looking for something specific, right?
There was some streamer that filamented into 1DQ, and I went and killed him with the Cayman.
Yeah, and if I had to guess, I would say either you or you send someone with just like all of the tackle to just be like, hold them there while I'm in warp, for the love of God.
I just warped to 0 on the gate. They were already fighting like a Tempest or something, or Maelstrom or something. Who also didn't die because surprise came in.
Are you still there, Don?
Yeah.
Not. Oh, okay.
I will say I looked through like 20 systems before I found one of these sites. I don't know if that's just my bad luck or if they're that uncommon within nullsec.
CTP in their dev blog did say that these sites are more prevalent in lowsec. So
hey, Avon, I want you to try something.
What's
Go to your agency and see if you can find it in the agency.
There. Nope.
Why not?
It has a thing for these. It pulls up this, which just gives you like milestones for the event, but not where you can go find them.
That's crap.
But that being said, you do get different point values, which leads you to the drugs, the good drugs, and your skins, your AR skins, which I don't know. Let's take a look at these skins.
Okay, so scrolling down the list of Asteros that have died to these sites, Avon, you are actually below average in terms of the ISK cost for your
I'm
Astero.
sure people made some fancy ones to go deal with them and just got slammed by the nuke pressure. It's heavy nukes. Like, there was definitely a couple of ways where I would have died if they didn't swap to drone aggroing just because I had no cap and I would have died.
Well, yeah, but Z-Kill has you at 118. Just in the last, since Midnight Eve, you've got a 251, a 260, a 161, and then 347 and 116.
Well, I guess I'm a cheap one.
People are throwing money at their Asteros trying to get this site finished. Do you want to show your current fit to Twitch chat now that we showed the last fit?
Right, so
we'll just give Twitch chat a bit of an edge for the 69 AO people that are watching us.
So the reason I have the relic and the data analyzer in there is I didn't have to use it in that site, but when you go to this research retrieval, I didn't know what that was talking about, but it says you will need a data analyzer and a probe scanner. I grabbed the wrong things. Whatever. I had half of it. So maybe that's why some of them are more expensive. I don't know if you look at the Asteros, do they still have probe scanners on them?
I'm gonna take a quick look at the expensive ones.
I mean, if you need the data analyzer, it's going to be at the end of the site anyway. You can just carry it.
That's what I said.
Well, actually, though, you want the cap booster charges probably.
Yeah, but you're not gonna. I just overloaded on them because I could. With how fast that overseer died, and I wouldn't have really needed them that often because I didn't know what to focus at first. But now that I know, focus the Guardians to relieve the cap pressure. If you focus those right off the bat, you're not going to need that many cap booster charges overall, to where you could easily throw a mobile depot with a scan probe and an analyzer and just charges in an Astero. They got quite a bit of cargo room.
There's a bunch of Asteros with the integrated analyzers. So
is that the one that does both?
Yeah, it's the one that does both, and those are kind of expensive.
Okay.
You're talking 100 mil for the cheap one, and 200
so it just says you just need a data.
expensive.
I mean, they might be trying to just go do multiple different types of sites, but you only need the data analyzer apparently.
I forgot the bed that I get to sleep is one of those nice Craftmatic beds. So I just like raise the head all the way up, and I'm so comfortable.
Are you in bed, Dawn?
Well, I'm in the bedroom because there's everyone else is in the living room. It's only private place. So
yeah, when I bought this fitting in 1DQ, which traditionally is a little bit more expensive than Jita prices, it was sitting at like 126 million for the fit. I don't know what it would be in Jita, but you're probably sitting somewhere around that 120 range.
Yeah, this is a very reasonable fit to
and
get
I
through
really
those.
don't think you need that afterburner.
Low sec and null sec. I mean, it lets you put distance, but yeah, I think I agree
the
with you.
warp-ins come to you, and the drones are so much faster that at that point.
I'm talking about other players. That's it. That's just my concern.
I mean, they're also going to have to be in Tech 1 or faction frigates or destroyers if you're running it out of a station, especially. So they're going to have to be able to tank all that and kill you with you fighting them too. That's going to be an interesting fight for people that are trying to go kill people with them.
Yeah, like running the site, you're better off with the double cap battery, for sure. That was a really solid run, apart from the fact that you lost first Astero.
Yeah.
So Alright, anyway.
I gotta switch to my other character if we want to run Kiki's.
No, we're at like an hour and 45 in at this point.
We don't have to do it on the stream. I'm still
you know.
What do we have to look forward to this weekend in Eve?
Well,
nothing.
I don't know. There might be some things. I don't know.
There's a final reunion.
Oh, thanks for the fucking excellent advice on what we can do this weekend during Eve Mifune. That was really helpful.
You're welcome, Cindy.
I'm gonna say it for any Imperium guys watching. We've got final reunion Satio coming out in
tomorrow.
18 or 20 hours, somewhere in that region. Check your pings. It's in the pings, but
I think it's like 22 hours. I think it's 22 hours.
It's a
just check the pings.
Check your pings to be sure. It'll be posted on the forums as well. But we've got a Satio kill coming up in less than a day that you might want to be around for. Coming up this weekend as well. You've got the EVNT Alliance Tournament Open practices, which is happening on Saturday, that I'm going to big up simply because the Goon Swarm team is participating this weekend. We've got our match at I think around 19:30 Eve on Saturday. That is Eve time, not any other time that Americans might like to think is a viable time zone.
Eastern Freedom Time is the best time zone. Get over it.
If you all want to tune in, that's going to be on the EVNT Twitch channel from 1900 Eve is the show, but the Goonswarm team will be on from somewhere in 1930.
Where do we get this Friendship League skins from? Are those new? And I just never paid attention before.
Those you get from Fleet Up. No, these actually come from Fleet Up affiliated meets. So Eve Vegas is an affiliated meet. There's an EVNT meetup happening in London.
I mean, they look pretty
November
snazzy.
6th. Yeah, like the EVNT Nottingham meet in like August had those skins. Like I say, Vegas is getting them. The EVNT Nottingham, the EVNT London meet on November 6th is getting them. They come as part of the swag, basically. People who sign up and buy a ticket, or maybe, depending on whether or not these things are ticketed.
I don't know where you get half the skins I don't have anymore.
But the actual friendship skins, they're specifically for people who go to player meets that CCP are supporting. And
they like the particle effects on it. It's kind of cool. I mean, like the overall color scheme, I'm not the biggest fan of, but I like what they're doing with particle effects these days.
Effect in the circle,
the ring
is cool.
Yeah.
But you got
take a
like
look at the Nesta
down here.
Take a look at the Nesta for that one.
Vegas is what, like less than a month away, right?
Yes,
30 days. 30 days or so.
Less than 30 days. Less than
I'll be
30
there.
days. 29 days to be exact. You got to get it right.
Come party with me. I go to bed at 12.
You go to bed at 12. Excuse me.
No, I always stay up way later.
Yeah, go to bed at like 4 a.m.
I will
not that late.
I will pay 1 billion ISK for a funny but not physically harmful prank pulled on Mifune.
Do it. You won't.
I'm just jealous. Like, I haven't been to an Eve meet in nearly 2 years at this point, and I hate it.
Yeah, Eve meets are good fun. Like, they're always... except, like, I always like making fun of the one guy who doesn't understand that, like, you put your stupid petty Eve grievances aside when you go to an Eve meet. That's the whole point. And, like, the one guy who, like, gets really bitter when you tell him what alliance you're in or whatever.
I'm the dick who steals people's flags.
So
I'm sure it'll surprise you, but I'm the same person mostly the same person in real life. So my natural reaction is like, oh, I'm gonna fuck with that guy.
Syndic, you know what's really funny? So here in North Carolina, we had an Eve meetup about, I think it was 3 or 4 weeks before the war started, and we had a meetup in the state. And I was like, it's right by my town. I might as well go, right? So I go, and everyone's chit chatting, and there's like 8 people there that were all from Test, and I was the only goon, right? And so when I told them that I was from Goon Sword, they all started looking at me kind of funny, and I was like, what? And then they're like, oh, nothing. And then 3 weeks later, I went into the Discord, and I was like, you bastards.
Well, you and I really want to know is, Dawn, are you here? Still?
Yes.
Where's our animal fact of the day?
Jeez, calm the motherfuck down, lady.
I've had a day, Sunday.
Can I have an animal fact of the day, Dawn?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time on Theta Thursday for Don Reyes Animal Fact of the Week.
Let's see. What would be a fun one? I'm very tired. Animal fact. Someone give me an animal, and I can probably pull a fact out.
Giraffe.
Well, we already
did giraffe.
We did giraffe.
Okay, platypus.
Platypus. Oh, dude.
Yeah, platypus.
Nice.
Okay.
Guy who said platypus at the same time as me. Great minds think alike.
So
you're
platypus.
really gonna lump yourself in with Mifune?
All right. Anyways,
That
so
wasn't
platypus.
Mifune.
That was me, bitch.
Okay, can Dawn say her fact?
So platypi, the males have venomous spurs on their back feet area, and they're pretty dangerous. They also, when they swim around in the water looking for crayfish, they actually close their eyes and they use their bills, which are very sensitive to motion as well as electric stimuli. So, like when something moves, you actually send off a small charge, and they pick that up.
Don't eels do the same thing?
That's cool.
So for platypus, it's all
Sharks
about the motion
do, too.
in the ocean.
Sharks.
Maybe it's sharks. Maybe it's sharks. I knew there was something else that does that.
When if a crayfish were to try to run away from them, like sniffing around on the rocks, they would be able to catch it. So
it's funny how many like hunting mechanisms nature makes where the best option is actually to play dead.
Electromagnetic nerve changes generate. That's really interesting, actually.
Well, so
platypi are very cool.
Can I ask for given that I threw it in at the same time as Syndic, can I ask for a fact for a different animal?
Oh my god,
Sure.
you son of a bitch.
Can I ask for a hippopotamus fact?
Hippos can't swim. They run along the bottom of the water.
What?
And then they push off the bottom to get air.
I asked for my animal facts.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why their names are called hippo or hippopotamus, which means river horse.
I wonder who discovered that hippos couldn't swim. I wonder if like somebody
a motherfucker that was swimming real fast, like.
I mean, not in the way of like, hey, they float. Like hippos don't float; they sink. So they have to
but if
bounce off the bottom.
I'm saying if he swam to deep enough water, then it'll eventually get deep enough that the hippo can't bound off the bottom for air, and it would turn around, presumably.
Right. They're too dense and they're very big, and they can actually run really fast on land, just short distances. But they run like almost 30 miles an hour on land.
That's like the most common hippo fact I've heard, because they're just like, it's always accompanied with like, and tragically, we're here to remind you once again, after some idiot fucking died to a hippo again, you're not going to outrun it.
Well, you can. You just have to like weave and like zigzag.
I mean,
because
did you
they're
know
not
that mako sharks
switching.
are faster than cheetahs?
Yes.
That actually doesn't surprise me that much.
I have to head out,
also
guys.
known as the jumping shark. Yeah, I actually have to head out too. That's what I was trying to say. It's been over 24 hours since I slept due to my awesome brain being a dick. So,
as someone with pretty bad insomnia, your brain's way more of a dick than mine.
Yeah. Well, turns out narcolepsy really doesn't like to have you sleep sometimes. So,
did you know that
hey, there's a fun
great.
That's another fun animal fact, is that narcolepsy is not just that you fucking pass out spontaneously. It's like a whole fucking disorder, and I learned that just the other day after Avon finally unmuted me.
Very interesting it was. And it's nice to see everybody getting along again, except for maybe one person that should probably start getting along.
Oh, jeez. Anyways,
moving on.
Yeah, moving on. It's, I think, time for final thoughts, last words. Everybody's gonna say goodnight. So we can start at the top of the list with Avon.
Stay sane, stay safe. Have a good weekend. It's supposed to be nice in most places.
Dirk?
Dawn is next up.
Oh, Dawn. Well, we usually leave Dawn for last. It's her show, right?
Yeah, but I'm...
No, Dawn is a guest here tonight.
That's right. True. You are a guest. Dirk manned up and came on the show and helped us out. We really appreciate that, Dirk. By the way, thank you.
I was asked to turn up, and then Dawn just kind of remoted in for apparent reason.
Don't worry. I was promised that Don and Mifune would not be on the show either, and was very disappointed upon.
I wasn't even promised. I was just told, hey, they bitched out, so can you help me?
Whoa!
That was my.
I was under the impression it was just going to be me.
We're on final thoughts.
So, Dawn.
So, my final thought is that moving sucks, and just pay movers to do it.
Reasonable.
Fair enough.
As well as have a good week, because this week has been tough.
I also I paid movers, and I will never not pay movers.
All right. Mifune, final thought?
Stay safe, stay healthy. Vegas coming up soon, and don't forget to eat. Honestly, I went almost all of today completely forgetting to eat something until dinner time. So make sure you eat, kids. It's very important that you eat.
Breathing is also helpful.
Yeah, you get that little...
Water's pretty cool as well.
Water is great.
Water's nice and cool and dry, because water's not wet, guys.
Hydration, calories, sunlight, just generally all good for you. Let's move on from Mifune realizing that, hey, general living is healthy.
Water is dry, the earth is donut-shaped, and starfish are evil sea zombies.
Thindick, final thoughts.
I wasn't here for much of it, but I kind of wish I was, because that was actually shockingly interesting to watch Avon try to figure out a site without doing any reading. Like, we should do that more often when they make these events. And if there's absolutely nothing going on, I'll probably come up with some ridiculous comp and do some kind of filament fleet, or we'll go like piss and syndicate or something this weekend.
Okay, so final thought from Syndic is fun fleet this weekend, I guess.
Yeah, I'll come up with something. I'm gonna play Eve, and if there's nothing going on, I'm gonna fucking make something for us to do. So
awesome, sounds good. My final thought is that hey, these new sites, apart from the horrendous bugs that broke wormholes, they seem kind of fun. It was good fun to watch Avon try them out and help him out with fits and like just generally chat about them. So yeah, really good fun. And I don't know, CCP seem to be doing okay at the minute. So I'm happy with that.
I was gonna tackle on that it was not like right when I logged in, I was like, oh, so it's just incursions. It's nice to see that they're not just like reskinning shit with like a different race anymore. Like that was actually genuinely new, like completely new, different content, and that was nice to see. Because like the PogChan shit is just it's just incursions in a different place.
Honestly, the sites that it reminded me of the most were during the minor conduits during Chapter 2 of the Triglavian invasion. That's what that site reminded me of.
I don't know. I didn't do any of that shit. I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. But yeah, it was a lot like those.
I guess, like I say, good sites. Yeah. Apart from them breaking wormholes, if CCP can continue to do these sorts of things without breaking massive other parts of the game, I'll be very happy. And with that, I'll pass it on to Greg for his final thought, and then to send us out.
All right, so we want to thank our sponsor, Blue Crew. We've got the Blue Yeti Blackout Edition, and I think we're gonna get Brisk in here to do. Oh, look, Avon showing off his thing.
Blue Yeti Blackout Edition.
Brisk is here. Brisk is ready to raid. Yeah, watch Rampage Inc.
Yeah, watch Rampage Inc. I just want to end on something my uncle used to tell me. He used to say, "Be good, but if you can't be good, be careful."
All right.
If you